Waking up early is more than just a habit. It's a powerful choice that sets the tone for the entire day. When you wake up early, you're making a conscious decision to take control of your time, your mindset, and ultimately, your life. The quiet moments of the morning, before the world rushes into action, are the moments that give you the power to shape your day, your thoughts, and your future. If you want to create the life you dream about, it all begins with the way you start your day. Think about it. Most successful people you look up to, they've mastered the art of waking up early and setting themselves up for success right from the start. It's not about just getting up earlier than everyone else. It's about how you use that time, that precious time, in the quiet of the morning. It's so easy to fall into the trap of hitting the snooze button and rolling back into the comfort of your bed. But I want you to remember this. Every time you do that, you're choosing comfort over progress. And here's the reality. Comfort doesn't bring success. Comfort doesn't bring growth. But when you decide to get up early, you're telling yourself, I'm ready. I'm ready to face the day, to take on whatever comes my way. It's that small decision, made over and over, that has a compounding effect on your life. Waking up early isn't about forcing yourself out of bed. It's about giving yourself the gift of time. Time to think, time to plan, time to reflect. When you wake up early, you create space for yourself. Space where there are no distractions, no noise, no chaos, just you and your thoughts. It's in these moments that you can truly focus on what's important. You can reflect on your goals, your values, and the kind of person you want to become. Without this time, without this moment of stillness, you'll find it much harder to navigate the day ahead. The beauty of a morning routine is that it's in your hands. You get to decide what you want to fill it with. Do you want to start your day stressed and rushed, or do you want to start your day calm, centered, and focused? The choice is yours. You can wake up with purpose, with intention. You can use the first hours of your day to set the stage for everything that comes after. A morning routine isn't about following someone else's blueprint for success. It's about finding what works for you. Maybe you like to start your day with some quiet reflection or meditation. Maybe you prefer to get your body moving with some exercise or stretching. Maybe you need some time to read or write down your thoughts. Whatever it is, make it something that brings you energy, clarity, and peace. It doesn't have to be long or complicated. It just needs to be something that puts you in the right frame of mind to tackle the day ahead. When you wake up early, you give yourself the gift of focus. You don't start your day reacting to the world around you. You start your day with intention, with a clear mind. You're not letting external circumstances dictate your mood or your action. You're taking control, and that's one of the most powerful things you can do. You set the tone for the day, and you do it before anything else can interfere. Think about how different your day would feel if you woke up just an hour earlier. What could you accomplish in that extra time? Could you exercise, plan your day, or work on a personal project? What if, in that time, you could take one small step toward your goals? That 1 hour, that small investment in yourself, could be the difference between feeling overwhelmed and feeling accomplished. It could be the difference between drifting through the day and moving forward with purpose. The truth is, when you wake up early and start your day with intention, you create momentum. You start your day with a win. And momentum is everything. It's easy to get bogged down by the challenges and distractions of the day. But when you start strong, you give yourself the energy and confidence to face whatever comes next. Let's talk about the emotional power of waking up early. Have you ever had one of those mornings where you woke up late, rushed through your routine, and felt frazzled before the day even really started? Such a great feeling, is it? Now imagine the opposite. Imagine waking up early, taking your time, and feeling calm and in control. How does that feel? It feels empowering, right? It feels like you've already won before the day has even begun. That feeling is priceless. And it's something you can create for yourself every single day, simply by choosing to wake up early and start your day right. It's also about setting yourself up for success in every aspect of your life. The way you start your morning affects your mental state, your physical state, and your emotional state. When you wake up early, you give yourself time to set the tone for how you want to feel. You don't have to wait for circumstances to dictate your mood. You take charge right from the start. And let's not forget about the long-term effects of waking up early. We all know that success doesn't happen overnight. It's a series of small, consistent actions that build up over time. By waking up early and starting your day with purpose, you're creating a habit that can lead to incredible results. It's the compound effect. The more consistently you wake up early, the more it builds on itself. And before you know it, those small daily actions turn into big, life-changing results. Waking up early also teaches you discipline. It's easy to say, I'll just sleep in today, I deserve it. But every time you choose to stay in bed, you're reinforcing the habit of procrastination. And procrastination is the enemy of progress. On the other hand, when you wake up early, you're telling yourself that you're willing to do what it takes. You're willing to put in the work, even when it's not comfortable. And that's a mindset that will carry you through every challenge and obstacle you face. Now, you might be wondering, how do I actually get myself to wake up earlier? It's a great question, and the answer lies in preparation. Don't expect to suddenly wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow if you've been sleeping until 9 hours. Start small. Gradually adjust your bedtime so that you can wake up a little earlier each day. Give your body time to adjust. And remember, consistency is key. The more consistently you wake up early, the easier it will become. One of the most important things you can do is create an evening routine that sets you up for success the next day. Your morning starts the night before. If you go to bed late, it will be much harder to get up early. But if you create a calming evening routine, one that helps you wind down and get restful sleep, you'll wake up feeling more refreshed and ready to tackle the day ahead. And when you wake up feeling refreshed, it's easier to get out of bed with energy and enthusiasm. When you wake up early, you give yourself the chance to create a better day. You take control. You get to decide how your day will unfold. You set the tone and you do it with intention. That's power. That's strength. And that's something no one can take away from you. So I challenge you to make the commitment to wake up early. Start small, but make it a habit. Give yourself the gift of time in the morning. Use it wisely. Use it to reflect, to plan, to move your body, to nourish your mind. And as you do, watch how your life begins to change. Watch how you become the person who takes control of their day, their destiny, and their future. Success is not something that happens by accident. It's something you create. And it all starts with the way you begin your day. The power is in your hand. Wake up early. Start your day right. And watch the transformation unfold. The best version of yourself is waiting for you. Don't keep them waiting any longer. Discipline is the bedrock upon which your life is built. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that success comes from talent or luck. But the truth is, success is built on one thing: discipline. Without discipline, you can have all the talent in the world, all the resources at your fingertips, but you'll find it hard to make any real progress. Discipline is the habit of doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It's the ability to stay focused, to stay committed, even when the initial excitement fades and the work starts to feel harder. Starting your day with discipline sets the stage for everything that comes afterward. It's the difference between waking up and drifting aimlessly through the day, and waking up with purpose, with direction, with a clear sense of what you want to accomplish. Discipline in the morning is the foundation of a successful, productive day. If you want to build the kind of life that you're proud of, if you want to accomplish the things you dream of, it all begins with the small, daily actions that require discipline. And these actions don't need to be big. They don't need to be grand, but they do need to be consistent. When you wake up early and start your day with discipline, you're setting a standard for yourself. You're saying, today matters. Today is important. Today I am in control. And that's where it all begins. Discipline is about taking control of your time, your actions, and your decisions. It's about having the strength to push past distractions, to keep going when things get tough, and to stay committed even when the results aren't immediate. It's about showing up day after day and doing what needs to be done, no matter what. Think about it. Every successful person you admire, whether it's a business leader, an athlete, or an artist, they all have one thing in common: they have developed the discipline to show up every day. And that's the key. Success doesn't come from a burst of effort. It comes from sustained effort over time. It comes from doing the little things, the right things, consistently. Now let's take a moment to think about what discipline looks like in action. Discipline doesn't mean you're rigid or overly strict with yourself. It's not about following a set of rules that make you feel confined or miserable. It's about creating an environment where you can succeed. It's about knowing what needs to be done and doing it, even when you don't feel like it. It's about building habits that support your goals and your vision for the future. And it's about having the self-control to stay on track, even when distractions and temptations pull you in different directions. Discipline requires a certain level of self-awareness. You have to know what your weaknesses are. You have to know where you tend to fall off track. And once you're aware of those things, you can develop strategies to overcome them. Maybe it's setting specific goals for the day, or having a clear morning routine that primes you for success. Maybe it's eliminating distractions so you can focus on your work. Or maybe it's as simple as setting a time each day to reflect on your progress and adjust your approach if needed. But it's not just about being productive. It's also about taking care of yourself. Discipline includes looking after your physical and mental health. If you want to be productive, if you want to show up and do your best work every day, you need to be at your best physically, mentally, and emotionally. You can't pour from an empty cup. You need to eat well, exercise, sleep enough, and take time to relax and recharge. Discipline isn't about pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion. It's about balance. It's about knowing when to push yourself and when to pull back. It's about being disciplined enough to take care of yourself, because when you do, you'll be more effective, more focused, and more capable of tackling whatever comes your way. The power of discipline in the morning is undeniable. The first few hours of your day set the tone for everything else. If you start your day with discipline, you create a positive momentum that carries you through the rest of the day. You build a sense of accomplishment, of pride, and that fuels you to keep going. But if you start your day with chaos, with rushing, with distractions, you're setting yourself up for a day of frustration, overwhelm, and lack of control. Discipline gives you that sense of control. It lets you take charge of your day before anyone or anything else has a chance to take charge of you. Let's talk about how discipline looks in the morning. It starts the night before. If you want to wake up with discipline, you have to prepare for it the night before. That means going to bed at a reasonable time, avoiding distractions, and setting yourself up for a good night's rest. Without sleep, it's almost impossible to wake up feeling disciplined and ready to take on the day. But when you create a healthy evening routine, one that helps you wind down and relax, you set yourself up for success in the morning. And when you wake up feeling rested, you're able to meet the day with clarity and purpose. When you wake up early, one of the first things you should do is set an intention for the day. What do you want to accomplish? What's your focus? This doesn't need to be complicated. Just take a few moments to think about your priorities. Write them down if you can. This simple practice helps you clarify what matters most and ensures you're not just going through the motions. You're intentionally focusing on what's important, and that's where discipline starts. Discipline is about knowing what's important to you and committing to it, even when other things may try to pull you in different directions. Next, think about your body. Discipline isn't just about mental focus. It's about taking care of your physical health as well. Starting your day with some form of movement, whether it's stretching, yoga, or exercise, helps wake up your body and energizes you for the day ahead. When you take care of your body, you improve your energy levels, your mood, and your overall productivity. Movement in the morning can be one of the most powerful ways to build discipline, because it shows you that you're willing to do the hard work, even when it's uncomfortable. And that sets the stage for everything that comes after. It's also important to remember that discipline isn't about perfection. You're going to have days where things don't go as planned. You might not wake up at the time you intended. You might get distracted. You might fall short of your goals, but that's okay. Discipline isn't about never making mistakes. It's about staying committed to your goals, even when things don't go perfectly. It's about learning from your mistakes and continuing to move forward. The key to discipline is resilience, the ability to get back up and keep going no matter what. Discipline also involves the ability to say no. It's easy to say yes to everything that comes your way, but when you say yes to everything, you end up spreading yourself too thin. You end up overwhelmed and unfocused. Discipline requires you to be selective with your time. It means saying no to things that don't align with your goals, your values, or your priorities. And this is a skill you develop over time. It's about learning how to protect your time, your energy, and your focus. In the long run, Discipline is what allows you to build the life you want. It's not about working harder or longer. It's about working smarter. It's about creating a routine, a mindset, and a set of habits that support your vision for the future. Discipline means being intentional with your time. It means making choices that move you closer to your goals every single day. And when you develop the discipline to show up every day, to do the work even when it's hard, that's when you'll see the results. In the end, discipline is the secret to success. It's the key that unlocks the door to your potential. It's the one thing that will carry you through the tough times, the challenges, and the obstacles. It's the thing that will keep you moving forward, even when the path is unclear. Discipline is your foundation, your strength, and your greatest ally. When you embrace discipline, you embrace your future, and that future is brighter than you can imagine. It's about making the most out of the time you have. It's about creating focused, intentional moments that allow you to accomplish more, to be more, and to do more of what truly matters. And the key to this kind of productivity is right there at the start of your day, your morning. The morning sets the tone for everything that comes after it. Think about it, how you begin your day can determine how productive you are throughout the entire day. It's in those early moments when the world is still quiet, when there are fewer distractions and more space for focus, that you have the opportunity to lay the foundation for everything you're going to accomplish. Starting your day early allows you to step into your most productive hours when your mind is still fresh, your energy levels are high, and your potential for deep work is at its peak. In the early morning, there's no rush, no pressure to respond to emails or jump into meeting. There's just you and the time to focus on the things that matter most. If you want to be productive, if you want to make meaningful progress in your life and work, waking up early is one of the most powerful strategies you can adopt. But let's be clear, waking up early alone won't magically make you productive. It's not enough to simply roll out of bed at 5 a.m. and expect everything to fall into place. It's what you do with that time, how you use it, that makes all the difference. Waking up early is a tool, but it's up to you to put that tool to good use. When you wake up early, you're creating space for deep focus. The distractions are minimal in the early hours of the morning. The phone isn't buzzing with notifications. The world isn't demanding your attention just yet. There's a rare stillness to the world that you can tap into. And it's in this stillness that you can do your best work. You can think, plan, write, reflect, or engage in whatever activity allows you to move closer to your goal. One of the biggest challenges we face when it comes to productivity is getting lost in the noise. The emails, the meetings, the social media updates, the demands from others. When you wake up early, you give yourself the gift of time before all of that starts. It's just you, your thoughts, and the work that truly matters to you. Without the distractions, it's easier to stay focused, to zero in on what's important, and to make real progress. Early mornings also give you the advantage of being able to set the tone for your day. If you begin your day with intention, with a clear idea of what you want to accomplish, you're much more likely to follow through. But if you wake up late, rush through your morning, and start your day feeling frazzled, it's easy to feel overwhelmed before you even begin. By waking up early, you take charge of your morning, and in turn, take charge of your productivity. Think about the difference between waking up at the last minute, scrambling to get out of the door, and waking up with time to spare, feeling calm, collected, and ready to take on the day. It's a night and day difference. Starting your day early helps you build a sense of control. You're not reacting to the world around you. You're actively shaping your day. That feeling of control, of having a plan in place, boosts your productivity, because you're already thinking ahead, already prioritizing what matters. Productivity is often about momentum. The more you accomplish, the more energy and motivation you build. But in order to create that momentum, you have to start somewhere. The key to getting that momentum is in the morning. You wake up, you make a plan, and then you take action. That first win, that first task completed, even if it's small, gets the ball rolling. And once the ball starts rolling, it's much easier to keep it going. By waking up early, you give yourself the time to build that momentum. You give yourself the opportunity to start the day with a sense of accomplishment, which makes it easier to keep going. You've already set the tone for the day, and that tone is one of focus, purpose, and intention. Another benefit of waking up early is that it allows you to prioritize your most important work. You've probably heard the phrase, eat the frog, meaning that you tackle your hardest or most important task first. When you wake up early, you have the time to do just that. You can take on the work that requires the most energy, the most focus, and the most effort. And when you knock that task out of the way, the rest of the day feels like a breeze. There's something incredibly satisfying about tackling the most difficult thing on your to-do list early in the day. It frees you up mentally and emotionally for the rest of the tasks that lie ahead. But productivity isn't just about focusing on your work. It's also about taking care of yourself. Early mornings give you the opportunity to prioritize your physical and mental health before the day gets busy. When you wake up early, you have time to stretch, to exercise, to meditate, or to do whatever helps you feel centered and ready for the day. This isn't just about physical energy, it's about mental clarity as well. A calm, focused mind is essential for productivity. And the early morning hours are the perfect time to nurture that. The benefits of waking up early extend far beyond just the immediate impact on your productivity. Over time, this habit compounds. The more you wake up early and set yourself up for success, the more you start to see the results in your life. It's the compound effect. Small actions, done consistently over time, lead to significant results. Waking up early helps you build a routine, a structure, and a discipline that supports your long-term goals. In fact, it's this consistency that separates the productive from the unproductive. Productivity isn't about bursts of effort here and there. It's about steady, consistent effort over time. Waking up early builds that consistency. It helps you get into a rhythm where you are always taking action, always moving forward. It's like planting seeds in the soil and watering them every day. At first, it may not seem like much, but over time, those seeds grow into something powerful. Your consistent early morning actions become the foundation for your success. You might be wondering, what if I'm not a morning person? How can I be productive in the mornings if I'm not naturally a morning person? The answer is simple. It's all about building the habit. The first few days may be tough, but over time, your body adjusts, your mind adapts. Waking up early becomes easier, and the rewards of that extra time start to show. It's about creating a new habit, one that leads to greater productivity, more focus, and ultimately a more successful life. It's also important to understand that productivity isn't just about doing more. It's about doing the right things. When you wake up early, you give yourself time to think about your priority. You give yourself the space to reflect on what truly matters to you, both personally and professionally. This reflection is critical to productivity. It helps you cut through the noise and focus on what's important. It helps you avoid wasting time on tasks that don't move you closer to your goal. Now let's talk about how you can make the most out of those early morning hours. The first thing to do is eliminate distractions. Your phone is one of the biggest culprits when it comes to distracting you in the morning. When you wake up, resist the urge to check your messages or scroll through social media. Instead, use that time for something more meaningful. Use it to plan your day, to engage in deep work, or to take care of your body and mind. If you need to, create a ritual or a routine that helps you ease into the day without distractions. Set a clear intention for what you want to accomplish and stick to it. You also want to prioritize your tasks. The morning is the time when your mind is freshest, so it's the perfect time to tackle your most challenging or important work. If you try to take on tasks that require less mental effort, you're not maximizing your productivity. Focus on the tasks that will have the greatest impact and tackle them first. Maximizing productivity with early mornings is not just about doing more work. It's about creating a system that works for you. It's about setting yourself up for success by prioritizing what matters most and eliminating distractions. It's about building a routine that supports your goals and empowers you to stay focused, energized, and motivated throughout the day. When you wake up early, you give yourself a head start. You take control of your time, and that's the first step toward accomplishing everything you set out to do. If you're serious about achieving your goals and living your best life, waking up early is one of the most powerful habits you can cultivate. It's not just about productivity, it's about creating a life that you're proud of. And it all begins with the early morning hour. Setting the right mindset at the start of your day can change the course of your life. It's not about just getting out of bed, rushing through the motions. or surviving another day. It's about taking full control of your thoughts, emotions, and intentions before you even begin to tackle your tasks. The mindset you carry into your day is the foundation for everything you'll accomplish, and it's critical to understand how to set it up right from the moment you wake up. Most people don't realize that the first few moments after you open your eyes are when your mind is the most impressionable. It's when you're still in a state of semi-dreaminess and your thoughts are malleable. If you wake up feeling anxious, stressed, or overwhelmed, those feelings tend to carry over into the rest of your day. You'll start reacting instead of acting, and that's where productivity and clarity begin to slip away. But if you wake up with intention, with a sense of purpose, and with a positive, empowered mindset, everything changes. You'll find that you're not only more productive, but also more focused, more driven, and more capable of handling challenges as they arise. Starting the day with the right mindset doesn't require any special skills or training. It just requires you to be intentional about how you approach the first moments of your day. Your thoughts in the morning don't have to be complicated or profound. They just need to be positive, centered, and aligned with the kind of day you want to have. It's about setting a tone for your day that fosters success and growth. The first step in setting the right mindset is to decide what kind of day you want to have. When you wake up, ask yourself, what do I want to accomplish today? How do I want to feel throughout the day? What is my main focus? The act of asking yourself these questions immediately engages your mind in a positive, goal-oriented way. It shifts your focus from the chaos or stress of the previous day or what's waiting for you ahead, and instead directs your energy towards something productive. A key part of mindset is perspective. How you see the world around you influences how you react to it. If you wake up thinking that the day ahead is going to be full of obstacles, challenges, and frustrations, that's exactly what you'll find. But if you wake up with the mindset that today is an opportunity, that it's another chance to move closer to your goals, and that you're capable of handling whatever comes your way, you'll have a much different experience. Your mindset shapes your perception, and your perception shapes your reality. Starting your day with a positive mindset doesn't mean you ignore the challenges or difficulties that may come your way. It's not about pretending everything is perfect or pretending that everything is easy. It's about acknowledging the challenges and choosing to face them with a sense of optimism and resilience. It's about deciding that you will not let the obstacles define you or derail you from your goal. You are in control of how you react to challenges, and that's a powerful realization to start your day with. The next step in setting the right mindset is to eliminate negativity. Negativity can come in many forms. Negative self-talk, toxic relationships, or even a general sense of doubt and fear. But when you start your day surrounded by negative thoughts or feelings, you set yourself up for a day that is clouded by pessimism. Instead, try to replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations, empowering beliefs, and a focus on gratitude. When you focus on what's good in your life, what you've accomplished, and what you're capable of, it shifts your perspective and opens the door for more positivity to enter your life. One simple exercise you can incorporate into your morning routine is the practice of gratitude. Before you even get out of bed, take a few moments to think about what you're thankful for. It can be as simple as appreciating your health, your loved ones, or the opportunity to start a new day. Gratitude immediately shifts your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. It makes you realize that there's always something to be thankful for, no matter how challenging things may seem. And when you start your day from a place of gratitude, you automatically elevate your mindset to one that is positive, optimistic, and focused on the possibilities of the day ahead. Another powerful tool in setting the right mindset is visualization. Take a few moments in the morning to visualize your day going the way you want it to. Imagine yourself accomplishing the tasks you've set out to do, dealing with challenges with grace and ease, and feeling proud of the progress you've made. Visualization helps create a mental image of success, and success leaves clues. The more vividly you can see your day unfolding in a positive way, the more likely you are to make that image a reality. Visualization also prepares your mind for success by building a sense of confidence and clarity, both of which are essential to achieving your goals. Now let's talk about the power of self-talk. The way you talk to yourself in the morning sets the tone for your entire day. If you wake up and start thinking, I'm so tired, I have so much to do, or I don't know if I can handle this, you're already priming yourself for a difficult, stressful day. But if you wake up and say, I am ready for today, I am capable of handling whatever comes my way, or today is an opportunity to grow, you set yourself up for success. Positive self-talk reprograms your brain to focus on your strengths, your abilities, and your potential. It's a simple but powerful way to start your day with the right mindset. Along with positive self-talk, it's essential to practice self-compassion. We are often our harshest critics, especially in the morning when we're feeling rushed or stressed. But self-compassion is key to setting a healthy mindset. It's about being kind to yourself, forgiving yourself for mistakes, and giving yourself permission to be imperfect. When you are compassionate toward yourself, you eliminate the guilt, shame, and self-criticism that can drain your energy and focus. You free yourself from the weight of unrealistic expectations and allow yourself to show up as your best self. It's about accepting where you are in the moment and giving yourself the grace to move forward, no matter what. A great way to practice self-compassion in the morning is to remind yourself that it's okay not to be perfect. Life is full of ups and downs, successes and failure. And the key to staying positive and productive is to keep moving forward, regardless of what happens. This mindset shift allows you to embrace the journey, knowing that each day is an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. Mindfulness is another powerful practice for setting the right mindset in the morning. Being present in the moment, fully engaged with your thoughts, feelings, and actions, can help you cultivate a mindset of focus and clarity. Instead of letting your mind wander to worries about the future or regrets about the past, mindfulness allows you to center yourself in the here and now. This practice helps you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, so you can control them instead of letting them control you. It's a simple practice that can make a profound difference in how you approach your day. When you set the right mindset in the morning, you're not just preparing for the day ahead, you're preparing for a life of success, fulfillment, and peace. The way you think and feel in the morning influences how you show up for the rest of your life. And by developing a mindset of positivity, resilience, and focus, you lay the groundwork for success in every area of your life. Setting the right mindset is about creating a mental and emotional foundation for everything that comes next. It's about waking up with intention, focusing on gratitude, visualizing success, and talking to yourself with kindness and positivity. When you make these practices a part of your morning routine, you'll find that your mindset shifts from one of doubt and negativity to one of empowerment and possibility. You'll be more focused, more resilient, and more capable of handling whatever the day throws your way. And that is the key to living a productive, fulfilling, and successful life. When you wake up in the morning, you have a golden opportunity to invest in your health and energy. The way you start your day sets the tone for the rest of it. And if you take the time to focus on your physical well-being, you can make that investment pay off throughout the entire day. Many people overlook the importance of morning routines when it comes to their health. But the truth is, the habits you build in the morning can profoundly impact your energy levels, your focus, and your overall well-being. When you're well-rested and energized, everything else in your life becomes easier. You're more productive, more focused, and more capable of handling challenges. You feel better about yourself and your life. It's not just about feeling good in the moment. It's about creating a sustainable, healthy lifestyle that serves you for the long run. And that all starts with what you do in the first few hours after waking up. The morning is the perfect time to invest in your body. After hours of sleep, your body has had time to rest, recover, and regenerate. But it also needs your attention when you wake up. Think of it like a car that's been parked overnight. If you want it to run at its best, you don't just start it up and immediately hit the road at full speed. You take the time to warm it up, check the tires, make sure everything is in good shape. Your body needs that same care and attention in the morning. One of the first things you can do to invest in your health in the morning is to hydrate. After hours of sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated, and you need water to rehydrate and jumpstart your metabolism. Hydrating in the morning helps flush out toxins, jumpstart your digestive system, and get your body functioning at its optimal level. Drinking a glass of water right when you wake up is one of the simplest and most effective ways to improve your energy levels and start your day off on the right foot. It's a small habit, but it has a huge impact. Along with hydration, nutrition is another key investment in your health. What you eat in the morning plays a critical role in how you feel for the rest of the day. A healthy breakfast is an essential part of your morning routine. But the key is to choose the right foods. Foods that will fuel your body and give you sustained energy throughout the day. Avoid sugary cereals or processed foods that spike your blood sugar and leave you feeling sluggish. Instead, opt for a balanced breakfast that includes protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Foods like eggs, oatmeal, nuts, fruits, and vegetables provide the necessary nutrients your body needs to function at its best. When you fuel your body with the right foods, you provide it with the energy it needs to perform at its peak. You'll feel more focused, more alert, and more ready to take on the day. You'll avoid the mid-morning crash that comes from eating sugary or processed foods. Instead, you'll experience a steady stream of energy that helps you stay productive, focused, and energized throughout the day. Exercise is another powerful way to invest in your health and energy in the morning. It's not about spending hours at the gym or pushing yourself to the limit. It's about starting your day with movement that gets your blood flowing, wakes up your muscles, and boosts your energy. Morning exercise doesn't have to be intense, but it should be enough to get your heart rate up and your body moving. A quick workout, a short walk, or some light stretching can do wonders for your body and mind. Exercise in the morning has been shown to improve mood, increase energy levels, and enhance mental clarity. It releases endorphins, the feel-good hormones, which can help you feel more positive and motivated as you start your day. It also helps to reduce stress and anxiety, making it easier to approach the day with a calm, focused mindset. Even a short burst of physical activity can elevate your mood and boost your energy levels, making you more ready to take on whatever the day brings. A morning workout also sets the stage for better habits throughout the day. When you prioritize exercise in the morning, you're more likely to make healthier choices throughout the day. Whether it's choosing a healthy snack, drinking more water, or getting outside for a walk. It helps to establish a mindset of taking care of your body, and that mindset carries over into the rest of your day. Another way to invest in your energy levels in the morning is to focus on mental health. Your mental state has a profound impact on your physical energy. So taking care of your mind in the morning is just as important as taking care of your body. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, or journaling can help clear your mind, reduce stress, and set a positive tone for your day. Taking just a few minutes in the morning to center yourself and focus on your mental well-being can increase your energy, improve your mood, and make you more resilient to the challenges that come your way. Meditation and mindfulness practices have been shown to reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, and increase focus and clarity. These practices help to bring you into the present moment, eliminating distractions and creating a sense of calm that can carry you through the rest of the day. By setting aside time in the morning to care for your mental health, you create a solid foundation for a day of productivity, energy, and focus. Sleep is another important factor in investing in your health and energy. If you're not getting enough rest, it doesn't matter how well you hydrate, how healthy your breakfast is, or how much exercise you do in the morning. Sleep is the cornerstone of good health, and it affects everything from your energy levels, to your mood, to your cognitive function. Prioritizing sleep is one of the best ways to set yourself up for a high-energy, productive day. But it's not just about how much sleep you get. It's also about the quality of that sleep. Having a consistent sleep schedule, creating a restful environment, and winding down properly at night can significantly improve the quality of your sleep. When you wake up feeling rested and refreshed, you're naturally more energized, focused, and ready to take on the day. Sleep is the foundation upon which everything else is built, and without it, it's much harder to maintain high energy levels and a healthy mindset. Investing in your health and energy in the morning also means making time for relaxation and self-care. We often get so caught up in our tasks and responsibilities that we forget to take care of ourselves. But the truth is, self-care is essential to maintaining energy and focus. Whether it's taking a few minutes to stretch, enjoy a warm cup of tea, or simply sit in silence, making time for relaxation in the morning helps you feel more balanced and centered. It helps you approach the day with a calm, focused mindset, and it replenishes your energy so you can tackle the challenges ahead. One of the keys to investing in your health and energy is consistency. The more consistently you follow a morning routine that supports your health, the greater the benefits you'll experience. It's not about perfection. It's about building a routine that works for you and sticking with it. When you consistently make time for hydration, healthy eating, exercise, mental wellness, and sleep, you create a lifestyle that supports your long-term health and energy. And over time, you'll begin to see the results in every area of your life. You'll feel better, you'll accomplish more, and you'll be able to handle whatever life throws your way with greater ease and confidence. The beauty of investing in your health and energy in the morning is that these habits compound over time. Each morning, you're building a stronger, healthier foundation for yourself. You're creating momentum that carries you throughout the day, and that momentum continues to build with each day that passes. The more you invest in yourself, the more you get back. Your energy increases, your focus sharpens, and your overall well-being improves. By making your health a priority every morning, you create a life that is sustainable, vibrant, and full of energy. It's not just about getting through the day, it's about thriving. When you invest in your health in the morning, you're investing in a better future for yourself. You're investing in the energy you need to go after your goals, to show up for your loved ones, and to live a life that's full of vitality and purpose. So remember, every morning is a fresh opportunity to invest in yourself. By starting your day with habits that support your health and energy, you're setting yourself up for success. You're making a commitment to take care of your body and mind, and that commitment pays off in ways you can't even imagine. The more you prioritize your health, the more energy you'll have to give to the things that matter most, and that's the ultimate investment. You've got two choices every single day. You can drift through it, reacting to whatever comes your way, or you can take control and decide how your day will unfold. The difference between a life of purpose and a life of struggle often comes down to how well you plan. Those who succeed don't leave their days to chance. They don't wake up and wonder what to do next. They know in advance. They've mapped out their time, their priorities, and their goals before the day even begins. That's what separates the people who move forward from those who stay stuck. Planning your day early isn't just about being oranged. It's about being intentional. It's about deciding before the distractions come what truly matters. Because make no mistake, distractions will come. Unexpected problems, urgent tasks, things that demand your attention. They'll all show up. And if you don't have a plan in place, they'll take over your day. Before you know it, hours have passed, and you haven't made progress on the things that actually matter. That's why planning isn't optional. It's essential. It's the anchor that keeps you focused when the world tries to pull you in 100 directions. The best time to plan your day isn't after you've already gotten started. It's before the day even begins. Some do it the night before, setting their intentions so they wake up with clarity. Others do it first thing in the morning, taking a few quiet moments to map out their time. Either way, the key is to do it before the chaos of the day takes over. Because if you don't decide in advance where your time is going, someone else will. When you start your day with a plan, you eliminate indecision. There's no wasting time wondering what to do next. There's no getting lost in distractions, because you already know what your priorities are. You move through your day with confidence, knowing that each action is leading you toward a goal. That sense of direction is powerful. It gives you momentum. It makes you productive instead of just busy. And that's a critical distinction. Some people stay busy all day but accomplish nothing. Others, with a clear plan, can get more done in a few focused hours than most people do in an entire day. A great plan starts with clear priorities. Not everything on your to-do list is equally important. Some tasks move you forward, while others just keep you occupied. The key is to identify the few things that truly matter and give them your attention first. The most successful people don't just work hard. They work on the right things. They understand that energy is limited, so they don't waste it on trivial tasks. They focus on the things that bring real results. That's how they make progress while others stay stuck. A major mistake people make is starting their day with low-value tasks. They check emails, scroll through their phones, handle minor responsibilities, all before tackling their most important work. The problem is, by the time they get to what really matters, their energy is drained. The best use of your early hours is on the tasks that require the most focus and brain power. That's when your mind is sharpest, when your energy is highest, That's when you should be working on your biggest goal. If you wait until later in the day, distractions pile up, fatigue sets in, and suddenly those important tasks feel impossible. One way to make your plan even stronger is to set time limits for your tasks. Without time limits, tasks tend to expand. Something that should take 30 minutes can stretch into an hour, if you're not careful. But when you give yourself a set amount of time, you force yourself to stay focused and move efficiently. You create urgency, and urgency leads to action. If you want to make real progress, don't just write down what you need to do. Decide when and for how long you'll do it. It's also important to leave room for the unexpected. No day ever goes exactly as planned. There will be interruptions, challenges, and things you didn't see coming. That's why you need flexibility in your schedule. If your plan is too rigid, one small disruption can throw off your entire day. The key is to have a clear structure while also allowing for adjustment. That way, when the unexpected happens, you can handle it without feeling overwhelmed or losing sight of your goals. Another essential part of early planning is setting a clear intention for the day. It's not just about tasks, it's about mindset. Ask yourself, what kind of day do I want to have? Do you want to be focused, disciplined, productive? How do you want to show up in your work, in your relationships, in your personal growth? When you start with that kind of clarity, it influences everything you do. Instead of just going through the motions, you approach your day with purpose. One of the most effective habits you can build is reviewing your plan throughout the day. It's not enough to set it and forget it. You need to check in, make adjustments, and ensure you're staying on track. A midday check-in can be a game changer. It gives you a chance to reset, refocus, and make sure you're still aligned with your priorities. If you've gotten off course, it's a chance to correct it before the day slips away. Some of the most successful people in the world swear by morning planning. They don't wake up and just see what happens. They take control from the very start. And because of that, they get more done, experience less stress, and move forward with confidence. It's not about working harder. It's about working smart. It's about making the most of your time instead of letting it slip away. Planning your day early isn't just a productivity hack. It's a mindset shift. It's about choosing to be proactive instead of reactive. It's about setting yourself up for success before distractions even have a chance to take over. It's about moving through your day with clarity, purpose, and direction. And when you do that consistently, day after day, the results speak for themselves. The difference between success and failure often comes down to small daily habits. And planning is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. It doesn't take much time, just a few minutes each morning, but the impact is enormous. It changes the way you approach your work, your time, and your life. It puts you in control instead of leaving your day up to chance. And when you're in control, you have the power to create the life you truly want. The truth is, time is the most valuable resource you have. Once it's gone, you can't get it back. That's why it's so important to use it wisely. Every morning you have a fresh opportunity to take control, to set your priorities, to decide how your day will unfold. And when you make that decision with intention, you give yourself the best possible chance of success. So as you wake up tomorrow, don't leave your day to chance. Take a few moments to plan. Decide what matters most. Set your priorities. Block out distractions. Choose how you will use your time. And then follow through with commitment and discipline. When you do that, day after day, you'll look back and realize that every small decision added up. That the habit of planning didn't just make your days better, it made your life better. And that's a powerful thing. You've got 24 hours in a day, just like everyone else. The question is, what are you doing with them? Some people feel like they never have enough time. They rush from one thing to the next, overwhelmed, exhausted, and frustrated. Others seem to get everything done with time to spare. They move through their day with purpose, always in control. The difference isn't in the number of hours, it's in how they use them. Time doesn't decide your success. You do. The people who achieve the most aren't given extra hours. They've simply learned to take control of the time they have. If you don't control your time, someone else will. Distractions, obligations, other people's priorities, they'll all take over if you let them. Before you know it, your day is filled with things that don't matter. You're busy but not productive. You're working hard but getting nowhere. That's why taking control isn't just important, it's essential. It's the difference between moving forward and staying stuck. The moment you decide to take ownership of your time, everything changes. You stop reacting and you start leading. It starts with awareness. Too many people go through their days on autopilot. They don't think about where their time is going until it's already gone. But if you don't track your time, how can you manage it? You have to be intentional. You have to know where every hour is going. If you feel like you never have enough time, stop and look at where it's being spent. Is it going to things that bring you closer to your goals? Or is it being lost to distractions, mindless scrolling, unnecessary tasks? Most people have more time than they think. They're just not using it wisely. Once you know where your time is going, the next step is to cut out what doesn't matter. Not everything deserves your attention. Some things are urgent, but unimportant. Some things feel productive, but don't actually move you forward. The key is to separate what's essential from what's not. If something isn't helping you grow, achieve, or improve, why is it on your schedule? The most successful people aren't afraid to say no. They don't let their time be taken by things that don't align with their vision. They protect their hours, because they know that time wasted is opportunity lost. One of the biggest time traps is letting other people control your schedule. You have to be careful about what you agree to. Every yes to one thing is a no to something else. If you say yes to every request, every meeting, every favor, you'll find yourself with no time left for what really matters. That's not generosity. That's self-sabotage. Taking control of your time means being selective. It means asking, is this the best use of my time, before committing? Because once your time is gone, you can't get it back. Another way to take control is to create structure. Without structure, time slips away. The hours get lost in distractions, procrastination, and last-minute scrambling. But when you have a system, you stay focused, you stay on track. Structure doesn't mean rigidity. It means clarity. It means knowing what needs to be done and when. The most effective people don't just hope to get things done. They schedule them. They block out time for what's important. They set deadlines, create routines, and follow through. They don't wait for the right moment. They create it. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting until they feel motivated. They think, I'll do it when I have time, or I'll start when I feel ready. But if you leave your success up to feelings, you'll never get anywhere. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline keeps you moving. Taking control of your time means committing to action, regardless of how you feel. It means sticking to your schedule, even when it's inconvenient. The people who achieve the most aren't always motivated. They're just consistent. They show up, do the work, and make progress, no matter what. A key part of time management is protecting your focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Your phone, your email, social media, endless notifications, it's all designed to pull you away from what really matters. And if you're not careful, those small distractions can add up to hours of wasted time. Every time you check your phone, every time you scroll mindlessly, you're letting something else control your time. And the worst part, it's not just the minutes lost, it's the momentum you lose. It takes time to refocus after every interruption. That's why the most productive people create boundaries. They turn off notifications, set limits, and create distraction-free environments. They guard their time because they know it's their most valuable asset. Another crucial factor in taking control of your time is prioritization. Not everything on your to-do list is equally important. Some tasks move you forward, while others just keep you busy. The secret to getting more done isn't doing everything. It's doing the right thing. The people who achieve the most focus on high-impact tasks, they ask themselves, what's the one thing that will make the biggest difference? and they start there. They don't waste time on low-value activities. They concentrate their energy on what matters. It's also important to recognize that time isn't just about productivity. It's about balance. If all your time is spent working, you'll burn out. If all your time is spent relaxing, you won't grow. The key is to find a balance that allows you to make progress while still enjoying life. That means setting aside time for personal growth, for health, for relationships. It means making time for the things that bring you joy. Because success isn't just about achieving goals, it's about building a life you love. Taking control of your time doesn't mean squeezing every second with work. It means making sure your time is being used intentionally. It means eliminating the unnecessary so you have more time for what truly matters. It means structuring your day in a way that aligns with your values, your goals, and your vision for the future. It's about being the one who decides how your life unfolds, instead of just letting it happen. At the end of the day, the question isn't whether you have enough time, it's whether you're using it wisely. Everyone gets the same 24 hours. The difference between success and regret isn't time, it's how that time is managed. The people who succeed don't have more hours than you. They've just made the decision to control their time instead of letting it control them. So starting today, take ownership. Track where your time is going. Cut out what doesn't serve you. Structure your day. Protect your focus. Prioritize what truly matters. Be intentional. Because when you take control of your time, you take control of your life. And when you take control of your life, there is no limit to what you can achieve. But when you don't have it, everything feels like a struggle. Every task seems harder than it should be. Every step forward feels like a battle. That's why building momentum from the start is so important. Because once you create it, it carries you forward. It makes success easy. It keeps you moving even when motivation fades. The best way to build momentum is to start strong. How you begin your day sets the tone for everything that follows. If you start with energy, focus, and purpose, that momentum carries into the rest of your day. But if you start slow, distracted, or unmotivated, it's hard to recover. That's why the first moments of your day matter. They determine whether you'll move forward with power or struggle to get going. The key to building momentum is action. Too many people waste time thinking about what they need to do instead of actually doing it. They wait until they feel ready. They wait for the perfect moment. But momentum doesn't come from waiting. It comes from movement. The first step is always the hardest. But once you take it, everything else becomes easier. That's why successful people don't delay. They don't sit around overanalyzing. They take action, no matter how small, because they know that action creates momentum, and momentum creates result. One of the biggest mistakes people make is starting their day without a plan. If you wake up without a clear idea of what needs to be done, you waste time figuring it out. That hesitation kills momentum before it even starts. The most effective people don't leave their mornings to chance. They plan ahead. They know exactly what they need to do, so they can start moving immediately. That's why preparing the night before is so powerful. When you wake up with a clear direction, you don't waste time deciding, you just get to work. A powerful way to build momentum is by tackling something important first thing in the morning. Too often, people start their day with easy, low-value tasks. They check emails, scroll through social media, or handle minor things that don't really matter. But if you want to create momentum, you need to start with something that makes an impact. When you begin your day by making real progress, you feel accomplished. That feeling fuels you to keep going. It creates a sense of achievement that carries through the rest of your day. Small wins build momentum. Success isn't about making huge leaps. It's about stacking small victories. Each step forward builds confidence. Each accomplishment fuels motivation. That's why it's important to create early wins. Completing one meaningful task in the morning gives you the drive to keep pushing forward. It reminds you that progress is possible. It proves that you are in control. And once you start moving, stopping becomes harder than continuing. Another key to building momentum is eliminating friction. Anything that slows you down or makes it harder to get started needs to be removed. If your environment is filled with distractions, your momentum is constantly being interrupted. If you have to search for what you need before you can start, you lose time. That's why preparation is so important. Laying out your workout clothes the night before makes it easier to exercise in the morning. Setting up your workspace in advance makes it easier to dive into work. The less friction there is, the easier it is to maintain momentum. Energy is a crucial part of momentum. If you start your day feeling sluggish, it's hard to build speed. That's why taking care of your body matters. Sleep, nutrition, movement. These things affect your energy levels. You can't expect to perform at your best if you're running on empty. The people who build the most momentum prioritize their health. They fuel their body with good food. They move their body to wake it up. They get the rest they need, because they know that energy is the fuel that keeps them moving forward. Mindset plays a huge role in momentum. If you start your day with doubt, hesitation, or negativity, you won't get far. But if you begin with confidence, determination, and belief, you move with power. That's why mental preparation is just as important as physical preparation. Taking a few moments in the morning to set your mind in the right direction makes a difference. Gratitude, affirmations, visualization. These are tools that prime your mind for success. When you start your day with a strong mindset, obstacles feel smaller and challenges feel conquerable. Building momentum requires consistency. You can't just have one productive morning and expect long-term results. Momentum is something you have to maintain. That means showing up every day and taking action, even when you don't feel like it. Some days will be harder than others. Some mornings you won't want to get up and get moving. But the people who succeed aren't the ones who only take action when it's easy. They're the ones who push through when it's hard. Discipline is what keeps momentum going. Motivation fades, but habits remain. If you create a habit of taking action, you don't have to rely on motivation to keep moving forward. You don't have to convince yourself to get started. It becomes automatic. That's why building good habits is so powerful. When something becomes a habit, it takes less effort. It becomes part of who you are, and the more positive habits you create, the easier it is to maintain momentum. One of the most effective ways to keep momentum is by tracking progress. When you see how far you've come, it gives you the drive to keep going. Too many people focus on how much they still have to do, instead of recognizing how much they've already done. But progress, no matter how small, is proof that you're moving forward. Writing down your wins, reflecting on your progress, and celebrating small victories helps maintain momentum. It reminds you that your efforts are paying off. Momentum isn't something that just happens. It's something you create. It's built through intentional action, consistent effort, and smart decisions. The people who move the fastest and achieve the most aren't waiting for motivation to strike. They're creating their own momentum every single day. They start strong. They take action. They eliminate friction. They build habits that keep them moving forward. And because of that, they reach their goals faster. If you want to build momentum, don't wait for the perfect moment to start. Don't sit around hoping that motivation will find you. Take action. Start now. Do something, no matter how small, that moves you forward. Because once you get moving, everything else becomes easier. Once you build momentum, success becomes inevitable. It comes from showing up, day after day, and putting in the work. Consistency is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It's what turns effort into results. It's what transforms small actions into massive success. Without consistency, progress is slow, motivation fades, and goals remain out of reach. But with consistency, even the smallest steps lead to big outcomes. The challenge for most people isn't starting, it's continuing. Anyone can be motivated for a day, a week, or even a month, but motivation wears off. The excitement fades, and that's when most people quit. They start strong, but the moment things get tough, they stop. That's why consistency is so powerful. It keeps you moving, even when motivation is gone. It keeps you disciplined, even when the excitement disappears. The people who succeed aren't the ones who have the most talent or the best opportunities. They're the ones who keep going when others stop. They're the ones who do the work, even when they don't feel like it. They're the ones who refuse to quit, no matter how hard it gets. Success isn't about how fast you move. It's about how long you keep going. Small, repeated actions create massive results over time. Most people underestimate the power of doing something every day. They think success comes from big, dramatic effort. But real success is built on the simple things: habits, routines, and daily effort. A little progress every day adds up. One workout won't change your body, but working out consistently will. Reading one book won't make you wise, but reading every day will. Taking one step forward won't get you to your goal overnight, but taking steps every day will. One of the biggest reasons people fail is inconsistency. They work hard for a short time, then stop. They put in effort, but only when they feel like it. They start and stop, never staying on course long enough to see real progress. And because they don't see immediate results, they give up. But consistency isn't about immediate results. It's about long-term transformation. If you stay consistent, success will come. Not right away, not overnight, but it will come. The key to staying consistent is building habits. Motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll feel inspired, other days you won't. But habits don't rely on feelings. They keep you on track even when motivation disappears. When something becomes a habit, it's automatic. You don't have to think about it. You just do it. That's why creating positive habits is so important. They remove the need for willpower. They make consistency effortless. The people who achieve the most in life don't have more hours in the day. They don't have more energy or more talent. They just use their time more effectively. And the best way to use your time is to be consistent. Wasting time, starting and stopping, or waiting for the perfect moment slows you down. But doing something every day, no matter how small, keeps you moving forward. Even on bad days, even when you don't feel like it, even when progress seems slow, keep going. One of the most powerful ways to stay consistent is to focus on the process, not just the result. Too many people get frustrated when they don't see immediate success. They expect instant rewards. But success doesn't work that way. It takes time. It takes persistence. If you only focus on the end goal, you'll get discouraged when it doesn't happen fast enough. But if you focus on the process, on showing up every day, on doing the work, on improving little by little, you'll stay consistent. And if you stay consistent, the results will come. Discipline is the foundation of consistency. There will be days when you don't feel like putting in the effort. There will be times when you're tired, busy, or unmotivated. But discipline means doing what needs to be done, no matter how you feel. It means showing up even when it's hard. It means committing to the process, even when you don't see immediate results. The people who succeed aren't the ones who only work when they feel like it. They're the ones who work every day, no matter what. Success is about patience. Too many people quit because they don't see results fast enough. But everything worthwhile takes time. The people who win in life are the ones who keep going. Even when progress is slow, they trust the process. They know that if they stay consistent, their effort will pay off. It may take months, it may take years, but if they don't stop, they will succeed. One of the best ways to stay consistent is to create a system. Relying on willpower alone is a mistake. Willpower runs out, but systems create structure. They make success predictable. If you have a system in place, staying consistent becomes easier. That means scheduling time for your goal. That means removing distractions. That means setting reminders, creating routines, and making your success automatic. If you make consistency part of your life, you won't have to think about it. It will just happen. Tracking progress helps maintain consistency. When you see how far you've come, it gives you motivation to keep going. Too many people focus on how much work is still ahead, but looking back at what you've already accomplished reminds you that your effort is paying off. Keeping a journal, writing down small wins, and celebrating progress, even if it's just a little, keeps you moving forward. Accountability also plays a role in consistency. When you have someone keeping you on track, it's harder to quit, whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a group of like-minded people. Having accountability keeps you responsible. It pushes you to show up even when you don't want to. It reminds you that you're not in this alone. Consistency isn't about perfection. Too many people think they have to be perfect every day, but perfection isn't the goal. Progress is. There will be setbacks. There will be days when you miss a step, but what matters is that you keep going. Missing one day won't ruin your progress, but quitting will. The key is to get back on track as quickly as possible. If you look at anyone who has achieved great success, you'll see one thing in common: consistency. They didn't just work hard for a little while and stop. They kept going. They stayed committed. They showed up every single day. Even when it was hard. Even when they didn't feel like it. Even when results were slow. And because they stayed consistent, they reached their goals. If you want to be successful, commit to consistency. Not just for a day, not just for a week, but for as long as it takes. Success isn't about what you do once. It's about what you do every single day. So show up, put in the work, stay the course. Because if you do, success isn't a matter of if, it's only a matter of when.